All right, good evening, everyone. We'll get started with Rob's post-game press conference. We'll start with questions here in the room, and then we can go to Zoom if we have time.
Three consecutive wins for the first time this season. First playoff win since our first playoff series win since 2019. Why is this happening now?
And I don't have there's not a great answer for that. I don't know. I'm glad it's happening now. I mean, I think that it's been perseverance. It's been our persistence is really the first thing that we touched on into that first game in Houston. So we talked about persistence, and at some point that we thought that we would get more joy out of the season, and it didn't come. We were up and down, and we just kind of kept riding the storm. And I mean, I think at the same time, eventually, like you guys, I think you guys, somebody has said it, like your luck will run out and you create your own luck. But the one thing is, it doesn't feel. I think someone asked me before this, like, does it feel like you're gonna really kick on now? And I don't know, because when we've had a win and a good win, or played against Columbus and you get a good win and you feel like you get momentum, and then everyone keeps asking that. I think it's just about being persistent, and now it's knockouts. So it's like, all right, well, we need to keep winning, and I think they've just shown that that's what it is. They're persistent and they keep showing up. In a long-winded way, it's just I don't have a perfect answer, but I'm just glad it's happening now. I think that over time we would see something like this. That was our internal belief, that over time we would. How much time we'd have to do it, we didn't know.
Did you get an explanation from Dickerson about why he changed the foul from outside the box to inside the box?
No,
Did you care?
Well, no, I didn't see looking at it, it didn't look like even a foul. So I thought maybe they're going to look that it's not a foul, and then they confirmed that he stepped on it, and then they're going to see if it's in the box or whatnot. So at that point, they got to make decisions. They've got VAR to do that, and they're professionals. So I've got to trust them that they can do their job. We shouldn't put ourselves in that position.
How much work did y'all put on executing and I guess defending penalty kicks going into this wild card round? Did y'all spend any more time on it on Monday than usual?
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about it because I thought, let's go to win the game, and that's how we executed in the first half, to go to win the game, and knew that when it gets to that area, we've been in it before. So we prepped as a staff. We were ready to go, and when the moment came, we were ready to make the decisions there. And Brad's been great all season about penalty kicks, and I just like that they had a togetherness. You look at the guys out on the pitch; they were together the whole time. Brad stepping up to grab the ball, making sure Joseph doesn't get it. I think he's got a relationship with that guy, and he put that aside for the team to show something different tonight.
How hard was it to pick everybody's heads up after losing the 2-0 lead, getting ready to go to penalties?
Yeah, I mean they looked tired. They looked like it was a lot mentally, I'm sure, but physically they've just played the other day and traveled. And that's what the message has been the same. Like, hey, you're together, stay in it. You're right there. This is not a tactical thing or a thing that we can try to help get more info on. Just trying to gain more belief in themselves. And ultimately, like, when they do get out there, just make sure you continues to encourage. I always try to tell them, like, and visualize yourself having success. And so it's the same, like, go and visualize yourself having success. It so happened that there was in front of their supporter section, which I found really interesting. I thought you get to decide which side it goes to, but apparently it was very predetermined to be there. And to block out that noise is not easy. So I think that's commendable for them.
Was it difficult to decide on the 5 to take, or did it kind of pick itself?
Yeah, in some ways, like it always, like any decision you're making, for sure. It was, but we already had pre-planned. So as subs came and went, then we had to make decisions from there.
The decision on the subs with Pedro having to come off, Tyler coming in, and then later having to pull Tyler and Abone coming in. How did all that work through? Yeah,
I mean, that one was a little bit frustrating, the Pedro one, because at halftime we knew that he had a knock, so we were checking on him and hoping that he was going to get through it. And we asked, like, it's make or break. Can you come out? Because we don't use a moment, and then we can make adjustments from there. And it didn't happen that way. So that's something we need to clean up altogether, that doesn't happen again. And Tyler, I feel bad doing that, but in the moment, I felt like it was something that we're probably going to need to do, and to keep Alexi on the field to take if we have to end up going to penalties. And he needs to be a difference maker for us. So it was somebody that I felt like we had to keep on the field.
And then just last one for me, another quick turn. It's just a couple of days before trip to Fort Lauderdale. What can you do in this time before kickoff on Friday?
Recover. I mean, sleep's big thing for them. They need to sleep, recover their bodies, massage, whatever it is, get food in their body, all those things. I think that part's really important. Mentally get in a really good place and go again. I think that, like, I'm not the one playing. So I say this, like, I'd play tomorrow if we could, because I want to be here. This is where I want us to be, to continue to keep playing. So for me, we have to play tomorrow. Those guys will say something different, but we can't control when the game is. We'll just show up when the game is there, and we'll go to win it.
Is there any extra confidence knowing that y'all are unbeaten against Inter Miami the past three times you played them?
Playoffs are different. So if you look at the other way, we hadn't beat Montreal. So I tried to really, again, I've been saying that all year, but I just try to take every game as it is. That what happened in the past in the regular season doesn't matter anymore. And now we have to move to a whole different format. It's a whole different beast in the playoffs.
And how did you decide the penalty kick takers? It looked like it was the most experienced guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've done things in the past. Like, obviously, we had the League Cup that we've had prep for, that we actually practiced that stuff because we knew that was a big thing. So we've had preparation. I spent some time over the last day and a half just going through penalty kick takers and guys that take stuff in training, and then from there, again, compiling a list and then checking them off as guys are on the pitch, off the pitch.
All right, we'll go to Zoom for 3. We'll go Felipe, Sam, then Joe.
Thanks, Justin. Rob, congrats on the win. I'm going to be the guy that asks you the question. You're going to be asked this probably many times up until Friday. Like, what do you do to contain Lionel Messi? Is that something that you've thought about? I know that this game was ahead of you. It's a heat of the moment right after this win, but it's something that you're going to have to prepare for. Is there a plan?
Yeah, I think that's every time a team plays them, that's the question that is asked, right? That's the golden question. But I think that's been his whole career. Like, he's arguably the best player that's ever played. So we've faced him a few times, and we know obviously his qualities, but also at the same time they've got other players that are good too. So there has to be a focus on him and also his teammates around him. And we know what the games are like with them, so we have that experience. Now it's going to be a different format. Playing in Miami is always a different beast with weather and all those things. So he's a talented player, and we need to talk about blocking areas and just be hyper alert when he's on the pitch, or where he's at. We need to know where he's at, and also stop the other players from actually getting him the ball.
Hey, Rob. At the start of the game, it seemed like the team's line of confrontation was higher. It seems like they were pressing more. It seemed almost like a 4-2-4 at times, pressing up. What was the thought process behind that, and how well do you think it worked in this game?
Yeah, it was we were trying to get not a higher line of confrontation, but just an organized compactness of the group and pick up on pressing triggers in a short period of time. We tried our best to do that. I think they're a really good team. We've seen them evolve through preseason in their way of playing, and we knew it would be a tough task, but we thought if we're really organized, we can maybe steal one and catch on the counter, which in the second half we proved that a little bit. But they did cause us some problems. The 4-2-4 wasn't exactly the way we were looking at it, so there's some things that we will need to look to shore up on how we can trigger pressure and be a little bit better there. But yeah, I don't know, the height of it wasn't really the big concern. It was just make sure that everybody is together and compact.
Yeah, Rob, and then I just wanted to ask you about the team's ability to create chances tonight. Over 2 expected goals created on the road, obviously in a tough game where these guys' legs were worn down. What did you think was clicking for some of these guys, especially those ones you were talking about on the counterattack in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, they started to take more risk on the ball, so we were able to once we were more organized and more disciplined, we were able to get a foot in and then catch on the counter. From there, it's just decision making on the counter. I think it was the same thing when we were here down a man. It was down to the decision making. We went over some stuff yesterday in video about it. It becomes really difficult. There are players on the field that, when they've got the motion of the game, they're tired from running, the ball is moving, an opponent's going. Like, there's a lot of different things, and so from there, it's like picking the right pass or the right shot from there, or is it composure to keep the ball in the final third? But I thought that, I'm happy that we created some chances. In all honesty, we should have put the game away. So I'm happy we're moving on. I won't be the grumpy guy right now. I'll enjoy this and then be grumpy later.
All right, we'll stop with Rob there, and we'll have a player up next. All right, guys, we'll start with questions for Stian. Again, we'll start here in the room, then head to Zoom.
Your goal, was that, that free kick, was that something that y'all worked on Monday or the past few days specifically?
Yeah, we every day every before the game we go through the set pieces, and yeah, especially this one we work with Liam, and what can I say? Yeah, it was a fantastic free kick from Alexi. So for me, it was just take this run and head the ball into the goal.
On the first goal that Montreal scored, it looked like you and Brad were trying not to collide with each other as that ball came in. Is that accurate? Could y'all not hear each other?
Yeah, Brad say his name, so I let it pass, and yeah, it was, he's going very fast, so I don't know what happened after, but because I was sliding down the line, so yeah.
Right, okay. And this is the team's first 3-game win streak this season. It's the first time it's advanced in a playoff series since 2019. Why is this success happening now, do you think, in these past 3 games when it hasn't happened?
No, it's difficult to say, but we have worked so hard this season, every training, every game, and yeah, now we're starting to succeed, and it's the best timing in the end of the season to show that. And yeah, like you said, 3 in a row is very good, and yeah, let's continue.
Were you the 6th penalty taker? Were you up
No, I was later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you get to face a team that just set a Supporter Shield record for points. You get them in at least 2 games. Is that exciting for you to face the best team in Major League Soccer history?
Yes, of course. It's always what can I say, fun to play big games, and I'm looking forward so much to play in Mercedes-Benz with the stadium gonna be packed. So to play in front of our fans I'm looking so much for this game.
How was the surface out there? It felt like a lot of players were slipping in moments.
Yeah, the grass was long, so I think that's why, and they put a lot of water, but the pitch was good. Yeah.
What were the moments like after regulation ended as you're getting ready for the shootout? Because obviously disappointment that the 2-0 lead was lost. But it looked like to me, Brad went around to a lot of people and was picking them up and hugging them and trying to get everybody motivated. Did you feel like that effect really helped going into the shootout?
Yes, of course. And he's so a perfect captain for the team. He speak a lot, give a good advice. He have a lot of experience, always energy every day in the training and matches also. He's up there. And I think we had more experience in penalty shooting because of the Leagues Cup. Yeah, we lost there, but we learned from it, and we showed today we scored 5 of 5. So yeah, perfect.
So I know it's early and you want to savor this one, but facing Miami and that attack with so many different weapons, what are the important things in your mind to containing it?
No, we need to stay together, defend very well, because they have a lot of good connection in front of there. But yeah, we beat them in the season and play tie home. So yeah, we have a good chance.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. Felipe, then Madison.
Stian, hi, this is Felipe Cardenas with The Athletic. Similar question, you faced Inter Miami a few times now. You've gotten wins. Rob just told us that he knows what these games are like against Inter Miami, but there's always that Lionel Messi factor, right? He's always present. He's the best player of all time, if you ask a lot of people. You faced him a few times. What do you learn when you face Lionel Messi, and what do you take from the previous matchups into this next game on Friday?
No, yeah, I love to play big games. I played with him against in PSG, and now I come to MLS, and it was very good to beat him also. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a tough match, of course. One of the best player in the world. So we have to yeah, we can say to watch extra of him. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, and yeah, we're gonna stay solid and try our best.
Thank you.
Madison Cruz with the SDH Network. Congratulations, Stian. But looking at the season as a whole, through all the ups and the downs, getting this and getting to advance and move on into the playoffs, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to the team to get to do this after the ups and downs of this season?
No, it means a lot. It's have been a very tough season for us, but we never give up, and yeah, until the end we show that we proof that we could do it, and yeah, now we are there in playoffs, so that's the most important. And you never know what happened into the playoff. It's yeah, now it's best of 3, and then it's knockout round. So yeah, we will see.
I want to follow up on that real quick. How important has this coaching staff been with Rob and his staff to get you guys through those difficult moments that you faced here lately?
No, it means a lot. Rob knows the players, yeah, from before. So he knows us a lot when you're talking about the personality, and he put us together, and we look more like a team now. We work to each other, you know, stay up to each other, and if you do that, you will see you got the result also. And yeah.
All right, we'll conclude the press conference there. Thanks, everyone.